Здравствуйте. Hello and welcome to Russian language class. So let's have a quick recap before we actually start the new lesson. In the last lesson, we had discussed about the uses of the dative case of nouns. So what are the uses or what are the situations where we use the dative case of nouns? The first we have learned that dative case of nouns is used to denote the indirect objects in a sentence, where the noun answers the question kamu or chimu. The second use of the indirect objects, dative case of nouns, is to denote the logical subjects in the impersonal sentences. For example, we have discussed the verbs nravitsa, panravitsa, prikhaditsa, prichis, and some adverbs like kholadna, nilzya, nushna. So with those adverbs and some verbs, we use dative case of nouns to denote their logical subjects. The third use of the dative case of nouns is to come after the prepositions pa, ka, blaga, darya and saglasna. Pa is movement along or on the surface, ka is movement towards the object, blaga, darya is thanks to or because of, and saglasna is according to. So these are few of the uses of the dative case of nouns. So now in this lesson we will learn about the declension of nouns, singular nouns in the dative case. We have discussed the uses of the dative case of nouns. Let us discuss the declension of singular nouns in the dative case. So how do singular nouns decline in the dative case? So for this purpose I have written the nominative case forms in the first column and their dative case counterpart in the second one. So how nouns change in the dative case? Let us take the first noun and we are discussing the masculine nouns first. Druk, druk is friend, and druk ends with a hard consonant. So what happens when a noun, masculine noun ends with a hard consonant? We add the vowel u to get its dative case form. So druk becomes drugu in the dative case. Druk, drugu. So when the question is kto, we use druk. When the question is kamu, we use drugu. Similarly, the next masculine noun is student, student, student. So what happens when student is used in the dative case? Again we do the same thing, we add the vowel u at the end. Studentu. So studentu is the dative case form of the masculine noun student. Achets, achets is father. Atsu. So here we have done in previous lessons also, whenever we change its form, we drop this consonant ye. So it becomes atsu. Here we are not using the vowel ye, atsu. So we drop the vowel and add u, achets, atsu. The next masculine noun is pripada vachal, which has a soft ending. So it ends with a soft sign. So what happens when a noun, masculine noun ends with a soft consonant or soft sign? We add u. So we drop the soft sign and add u to get its dative case form. Pripada vachal, teacher, becomes pripada vachalyu in the dative case. So this is how we change the masculine nouns in the dative case. So this is how the masculine nouns decline in the dative case. So let us have a look at the feminine nouns and how do they decline in the dative case. We have learned how masculine nouns decline in the dative case. Now let us learn how feminine nouns decline in the dative case. So we are only talking about the singular nouns as of now. So again I have written the nominative case forms of the nouns, feminine nouns first, and then their dative case counterparts. Padruga, padruga ends with a vowel a. Padruga is friend, female friend. So, what happens when padruga is used in the dative case? This a is replaced with ye. Padruge, padruga, padruge. So, if the question is kamu, we will use padruge. If the question is kto, we will use padruga. Next is sistra, sister. So, what happens when sistra is used in the dative case? Sistra becomes sistre. So, again this a is replaced with ye. Chitraj, chitraj is an inanimate noun which means a notebook. So, when chitraj is used in the dative case, what happens is the soft sign is replaced with the vowel e. Chitraj, chitraji. Next is simya. Simya ends with ya. So, what happens when nouns, feminine nouns with ya ending is used in the dative case? This ya is replaced with ye. The vowel ya is replaced with ye to get its dative case counterpart. Simya, simye. Simya is family. The next noun, feminine noun we have is auditoria. Auditoria is an auditorium or hall. So, what happens when auditoria is used in the dative case? Auditoria becomes auditori. So, this ya here is replaced with e. Iya, double e, auditori. And next is the irregular nouns. We have learnt about these nouns mach and doch. Mach is mother and doch is daughter. These are irregular nouns because they have irregular forms in the cases. So, mach changes to machiri in the dative case and doch changes to dochiri. This you have to learn by heart because these forms do not follow any rules. So, padruga, padruge, sistra, sistrye, chitraj, chitraji, simya, simye, auditoria, auditori, mach, machiri, doch, dochiri. And if you remember the forms of the nouns in the prepositional case, you can find that the forms of feminine nouns in the dative case is the same as prepositional case. So, if you know the prepositional case forms, you know the dative case forms as well. Let us discuss the neuter gender nouns now. So, what happens when neuter gender nouns are used in the dative case? How do they decline in the dative case? So, here is the nominative case forms of the neuter gender nouns which answer questions kto and shto, who and what, and these are the forms that are used in the dative case which answer the questions kamu, kamu is to whom, and chimu for what or to what. Akuno, akuno, as you know, this is a neuter gender noun with hard vowel o at the end. So, akuno changes to aknu. So, o is replaced with the vowel u. Akuno, aknu. Pismo, pismo is a letter. So, what happens when pismo is used in the dative case? Pismu. So, again o is replaced with u. Now, the third noun we have neuter gender noun is more. More ends with a soft vowel ye. So, this is a soft ending noun, a noun with a soft ending. So, what happens when we have a soft ending neuter gender noun in the dative case? This ye is replaced with the soft vowel u. Ye, you, more, more you. Zdanie, zdanie again has a soft ending which is ye at the end. Zdanie. So, we will replace the soft vowel ye with soft vowel u. Zdaniu, zdanie, zdaniu. So, basically there are two endings, hard ending and soft ending. So, if we come across a hard ending neuter gender noun, it will change to u, and if the noun is soft ending or which ends with the soft vowel ye, then the soft vowel ye will be replaced with the soft vowel u. Aknu, aknu, pismo, pismu, more, mariu, zdanie, zdaniu. So these are the changes that we do, that we make with the nouns in the dative case, neuter gender nouns. So we have now discussed masculine, feminine and neuter gender nouns and their declension in the dative case. Now let us look at some of the examples where we have used the nouns in the dative case. For example, I have written a couple of questions here and then their answers. Kamu vidali noviu chitraj. Kamu vidali noviu chitraj. Kamu is to whom? That's you already know, to give. Noviu chitraj, a new notebook. So who did you give the new notebook to, or to whom did you give the new notebook? So again the question is kamu, which requires a noun, animate noun in the dative case. So you can say bratu. Brat is an animate noun and you have to use the dative case form of the noun brat, which will be bratu. You can also say drugu, to a friend or to brother. The next question we have is chimu vi radi. This rad we have done in the previous lesson. Rad means to be happy. So why are you happy, or for what are you happy? So again, if the question is chimu, which requires an inanimate noun in the dative case. So here I have used padarku. Padarak is gift. So I am happy because of gift. Padarak, padarku. So padarak changes to padarku in the dative case. So these are few of the examples where the nouns have been used in the dative case. So let us move on to our next topic. Now we will discuss about the personal pronouns in the dative case. So how personal pronouns decline in the dative case. So when the question is kamu, which form of the personal pronouns are we going to use? So let us see. This ya in the nominative case changes to mne in the dative case. Ya, mne. First person singular number ya changes to mne. First person plural number mui changes to naam. Ya mne, mui naam. Second person singular number ti changes to tibie in the dative case. So when the question is kamu, we will use tibie. Second person plural number vi changes to vam. Tibie, vam. Third person singular number on masculine changes to yimu. On, yimu. And feminine gender ana changes to yei. So he, on, yimu, she, ana, yei. And third person plural number ani changes to im. Ani, im. So let's repeat all of them once again. Mne from ya, tibie from ti, yimu from on, yei from ana, naam from mui, vam from vi, and im from ani. One more thing, I have written this consonant n in the brackets in the third person singular as well as plural number. So what happens is, when the dative case forms of the third person is used with a preposition, an additional consonant n is added before the forms. For example, if dative case form of on is used after a preposition, for example ka, we will use nimu, knimu. Similarly kniei, knim. So instead of using imu, yei, im, we will use nimu, niei and nim. So that is why I have written the additional consonant n within brackets. Now let us look at some of the examples where the personal pronouns have been used in the dative case. Kamu ana raskazala akina filme. Kamu ana raskazala akina filme. To whom did she narrate about the movie? Kina film is movie. Raskazaj is to narrate, to tell. So, here we have to use a personal pronoun. Ana raskazala naam. So, I have used here the second person plural number mui. Mui becomes naam. Ana raskazala naam akina filme. She narrated to us about the movie. The next question is kakamu vi idioche. Kakamu vi idioche. Ichi is to go or to come. So, here to whom are you going, or where are you going, or to which place, to whose place are you going. So, here I have used knei or ya idu knei. I am going to her place. So, as you can see, with the preposition ka, I have used nei. So, an additional na has been used. So, this is about the personal pronouns in the dative case. The next topic we have is the possessive pronouns in the dative case. So, how possessive pronouns decline in the dative case? So, what are the changes in their forms in the dative case? Let us have a look. We have already discussed that possessive pronouns in the nominative case answer the questions chei masculine, chia feminine and chio, which means whose. So, there are three forms in singular of each possessive pronouns except the third person io, ivo and ih. So, moi has three forms. Moi is masculine, maya is feminine and mayo is neuter. So, moi answers the questions chei, maya answers the question chia and mayo answers the question chio. So, what happens when any of these three possessive pronouns is used in the dative case? So, let us first discuss about the interrogative word. So, chei in the dative case becomes chimu, chia, chiei, chio, chimu. So, masculine and neuter are the same. Moi when used in the dative case, it becomes maimu, maya, mayei, mayo, maimu. So, maimu will answer the questions having the interrogative word chimu. Mayei will answer the question having interrogative word chiei, and maimu again will answer the questions with the interrogative word chimu. So, moi, maya, mayo will become maimu, mayei and maimu. Similarly, tuoi, which is the masculine form in the nominative case, tvaya, feminine form in the nominative case, and tvayo, neuter form in the nominative case, will become tvaimu for masculine, tvayei for feminine and tvaimu for neuter. So, tvoi, tvaya, tvayo, tvaimu, tvayei, tvaimu. The next is nash, which means ours. Nash masculine, nasha feminine and nashe neuter. So, what happens when these are used, these forms of the possessive pronouns are used in the dative case? Nash becomes nashemu, nasha becomes nashei, nashe becomes nashemu. Vash, which is derived from the second person plural number we, again has three forms: vash masculine, vasha feminine and vashe neuter. Vash in the dative case becomes vashemu, vasha in the dative case becomes vashei and vashe in the dative case becomes vashemu. So, let us repeat them once again: moi, maimu, maya, mayei, mayo, maimu, tvoi, tvaimu, tvaya, tvayei, tvayo, tvaimu, nash, nashemu, nasha, nashei, nashe, nashamu. Wash, washamu. Washa, washei. Washe, washemu. And I have already told you that evo, eo and ich, they do not change their forms in any cases. So, this is all about possessive pronouns in the dative case, and these are the changes that we are supposed to make in their forms when used in the dative case. So, now I will read out a text. Please listen to the text carefully and then try to repeat after I am finished. The text goes like this. Je dushka stal ochin star. Je dushka stal ochin star. On plocha vigil is lichel. On plocha vigil is lichel. Ruki ivo drajali is a stalom on pralival soup. Ruki ivo drajali is a stalom on pralival soup. Sin diedushki I ivo maladaya žena perestali sažati mu za stol. Sin diedushki I ivo maladaya žena perestali sažati starika za stol. Stali sažati vo v ugal I podavati mu sup v starej dеревянной тарелке. Once again I am repeating the sentence. Sin diedushki I ivo maladaya žena перестали сажать старика за стол, стали сажать его в угол и подавать ему суп в старой деревянной тарелке. Старику стало очень больно, но он ничего не сказал, а только вздохнул. Старику стало очень больно, но он ничего не сказал, а только вздохнул. У старика был маленький внук. Однажды мальчик сидел на полу и делал что-то из дерева. У старика был маленький внук. Однажды мальчик сидел на полу и делал что-то из дерева. «Что ты делаешь, Миша?» – спросила мать. «Что ты делаешь, Миша?» – спросила мать. «Деревянную тарелку», – ответил ребенок. «Когда ты и папа будете стары, я буду вас кормить из этой тарелки». Когда ты и папа будете стары, я буду вас кормить из этой тарелки. Отец и мать посмотрели друг на друга. Им стало стыдно, и они стали опять сажать старика за стол. Отец и мать посмотрели друг на друга. Им стало стыдно, и они стали опять сажать старика за стол. Now I will translate this text into English. Please listen to the translated version carefully. The grandfather had become very old. He did not see and hear properly. His hands used to tremble, and while having food, he used to spill soup on the table. Grandfather's son and his young wife stopped to make the old man sit for meals, and they used to make him sit in the corner and give him soup in a wooden old plate. The grandfather or the old man experience, it was very painful to him, but he didn't say anything and only took deep breath. He didn't say anything but took deep breath. The old man has a grandson. One day the boy was sitting on the floor and making something from wood. "What are you making, Misha?" asked his mother. "A wooden plate," replied the boy. "When you and Papa will become old, I will feed you in this wooden plate." So this was his answer. His father and mother looked at each other. They were ashamed, and they started to make the grandfather sit by the table for meals. So this is the story, and with this I conclude this chapter. So what all we have learned in this lesson? We have learned how the singular nouns decline in the dative case, and the personal pronouns, and the possessive pronouns. So these are the three things we have learned in this lesson. So we will discuss about some more topics in the next lesson. Till then, spasiba, до свидания.